Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, here again to regale you with a movie review. Yes, indeed. And, you might notice that I changed up the spooky lighting that I had in the previous video. And that's because while I was editing the previous video, this part of the shout-out backdrop was a wash, so you couldn't quite make out all the logos. So I decided to switch it back to a white light so that they pop better. But I can't really set up a proper lighting. I really do have to find the time to organize the spooky shit and have that be my little recording corner. But that's a project for future me. Present me is here to talk about a movie that I saw. Yes, indeed. And I've already saw this movie when it came out, but I decided to revisit it and go back, take a trip down memory lane to the time of when this movie came out. And boy, it was a trip. Let me tell you, I decided to pair it up with another movie that came around the same time. And yes, the movie in question is 13 Ghosts. Yes, indeed. Like the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, you might remember. Yes, indeed. But this is a remake. Well, it's not quite a remake. It's a reimagining of a movie, an old movie that came out called also 13 Ghosts. But that one was 13 with a number, and this is 13 with the lettering of 13 Ghosts. Yes, indeed. And this has Tony Shalhoub. Tony Shalhoub. It has Matthew Lillard, and it has Shannon Elizabeth. Yes, indeed. And I can't remember. I'm pretty sure this must have come after American Pie. Because Shannon Elizabeth, as far as I know, or as I remember in the old noggin, made an appearance in Jack Frost. And then, the way I remember it, she was in American Pie, and then she must have gotten this role, on the success of American Pie. Then, of course, I remember her better from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Yes, indeed, that's Justice. The girl that somehow finds Jay interesting. Yes, indeed. But if there's hope for Jay, there's hope for me. So, fingers crossed. Yes, indeed. But this is, again, a reimagining of the 13 Ghosts original movie. But this one has a more elaborate spin. And what is this movie about? Well, I mentioned it. It is kind of like the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, where Scooby-Doo had to track down a couple of ghosts. This one starts with a group of people hunting down a ghost. The ghost called the Juggernaut. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch! And I don't really think why he was called Juggernaut. He's just a really big guy, but he doesn't look like the Juggernaut. I think about the Juggernaut from the X-Men, you see. Yes, indeed. But it starts with Matthew Lillard helping this guy catch the Juggernaut, which again is just a really big mechanic-looking fucker. And the way that they capture him is not by Ghostbuster means, by a proton pack and a neutrino wand. No. This one, they lure the Juggernaut, who was hanging around in Freddy Krueger's old burial ground in the old car junkyard, and they lure him into a box which has Latin in it, and apparently it has containment spells. I like that. I like the idea of using spells to contain the ghost, so bravo, good concept. Yes, indeed. And Matthew Lillard is Matthew Lillarding it up. Matthew Lillard during this era was the crazy guy. Yes, indeed. He was a Stu Macher, and he was in Wing Commander, and it's just crazy, over the top, man. But he tones it down a bit. Actually, I thought that when I originally saw it, and on this rewatch, that Matthew Lillard's over the top was gonna get to me. But again, he mellows out in the movie, and I quite enjoy his character in this rewatch. Yes, indeed, much like I did back when I saw it originally. But unfortunately, the guy that was catching the ghost gets killed. Boo-hoo-hoo. Sad. And Tony Shalhoub is a relative of his, and he inherits a big-ass mansion. He was a married man, but unfortunately lost his wife in a fire. So now he's a single, depressed dad, and is taking care of his daughter, Shannon Elizabeth, and his kid. And they hire a nanny that doesn't really want to do much. Terrible nanny, yes indeed. Sassy nanny with an attitude. But then she does that. You don't pay me to do this thing. So, yes, she's there. And then this lawyer guy's got like, oh, do I have good news for you? You just inherited a spooky mansion, a glass house. I would be like, well, so much for privacy. What if I want to take a shit? Or if I have a goth chick and we do the Beast of Two Backs? Everyone's gonna see it. But they do establish that it is a remote area, far away from peering eyes that, would watch people in this glass house. Not the, what's her name? Oh, I forget the name. There's a house called the Glass House. There isn't actually a glass house. But this one is a glass house, so, yeah. And he goes there and he's like, wow, glass house again. Oh, that's disturbing, but cool. And it's filled with knickknacks and paddywhacks and give a dog a bones. A lot of really stuff. It kind of looks like my kind of place. Yes, indeed, with all these old, ancient, creepy things lying around. And they're like, hooray, we can sell this shit and make a fortune. Huzzah! But then, unfortunately, things run amok. And the house is, this old school steampunk kind of gear start activating. And there's these ghosts, the titular ghosts, 13 ghosts in these glass cells. But as the thingy-majingy goes spinning, it releases the ghost, and then the family has to survive the 13 ghosts. And then plot twist happens, and then like, holy shit, ghosts. Honestly, this is pretty cool. I do very much enjoy 13 Ghosts. Now, when I originally saw it, and when I revisited, I did remember Shannon Elizabeth from her American Pie appearance, and I was like, ooh, but, yeah, she does not, unveil herself like she did in American Pie, which, kind of disappointing. But we do get these, the ghost chick, that's, the princess, I think her called, which is all scratched. But, it made me happy in a way to see. I was like, I am both frightened and aroused by the princess. But, I'm not complaining. Not complaining at all. What a way to go! Basically. The Jackal, which is this guy in this, iron box thing that goes scratching at people like a cat. I thought was pretty cool. His visual is really cool. Then they have this guy, the Hammer, which is has a bunch of nails. And then the Juggernaut that I mentioned. Then they have this little kid with an arrow. And they have this little chunky big guy, like that duck from the cartoons. And his midget mother. And what's the other one? Then they have, well, it turns out the evil bad guy caught Tony Shalhoub's wife, so she's running around. But if you own the DVD, I would highly recommend you get the DVD. I have it in the old Snapper case. And the DVD, as a special feature, does give a backstory to the 13 Ghosts. So I actually would recommend you check out the DVD special feature. I think for a while it was on YouTube, but I don't know if it's still there. But the backstory to 13 Ghosts is very cool, very awesome complimentary material. Yes, indeed. And of course, they have to stop the Machina Magini, and they release the 13 Ghosts, which is actually not a happy ending, because these fuckers don't elevate to the sky or get dragged to hell. They're just free again to run amok. So it's supposed to be a happy story, because they're no longer prisoners. But, the world is fucked with these monsters on it again. Yes, and unfortunately, poor Matthew Lillard, R.I.P., bites the big one. But again, he does tone down. He does give a really cool performance, and I liked Matthew Lillard in this one. Yes, indeed. Again, I thought he was going to get on my nerves, but he tones it down, and I like that. I like that a lot. Yes, indeed. And, a very good movie. Very, very good movie. It does suffer from that era's weird, music video editing with the, pee flashes and the, all that kind of editing that we had back in the day. Not a big fan of that. Another movie that I revisited last year was Fear.com. Also has that weird kind of editing. which I don't enjoy. Well, like Halloween 6 has that same kind of editing, the theatrical cut. So I'm glad that we've moved on from that particular style, but this one was a good revisit. I did thoroughly enjoy rewatching 13 Ghosts. And again, the stars of the show are the visual designs of the titular ghosts. Yes, indeed. If someone is watching this, you could make a 13 Ghosts TV series talking about the ghost in each episode and then how they became what they are, and then end the way that this movie ends. Just an idea, if someone wants to make a 13 Ghosts TV show, I'd definitely watch it. But that was 13 Ghosts, yes indeed. Again, other than the weird editing style thingamajiggy, still holds up. Very, very cool. I highly recommend it. We got awesome ghost designs, we got good performances, we got good special effects that still look good, we got amazing ghost designs, and we have the violence, the blood, and the boobies. Yes, indeed. So they fill up all the check marks. Yes, indeed. Have you seen 13 Ghosts? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let us know in the comments down below. But until I see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabro thanking you and wishing you all, like always, a good evening.